I'm sitting in a rocking chair and I feel like this is a bad idea because I can never sit still in one. Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to do a tag, but let me pull up my list of tags that I haven't done so that I can choose which one I'm going to be doing today. I'm filming downstairs because, honey, do you want to be in the video? Can I show you? I'm filming downstairs because this little girlie cries if I go upstairs without her. And if I take her to my room, she's just gonna try and play with my kitties, but they don't like to play with her. She's like a little baby. She just sit in my lap. Cookie's also down here too, by the way. There. She's there. Okay, I should actually get into the content of today's video instead of just talking about dogs nonstop. So the tag that I'll be doing in today's video is the Let's Talk About Books tag. If I can find the creator for this tag, I will link them down in the description below. There's 9 questions in this tag. They all relate to tacos, so I thought this would be a fun tag to do. The first prompt is soft shell, a character that holds a soft place in your heart. So characters that hold soft places in my heart are generally like cinnamon roll characters or golden retriever characters. So for this one, I'm going to be choosing Henry from the Vale Hall series. The Vale Hall series is about a school for scam artists, and there is a little cinnamon roll in there named Henry, and he will always hold a special place in my heart. He was like the highlight of the entire series for me, even though I love this series for like other reasons too. He was like a super big reason why I love this series, and he's a very minor character, but I love him so freaking much, and like if there was a spin-off series focused solely on him, I would totally read it. The second question is hard shell, a character that hardens your heart / you do not like them. I feel like there's a lot of characters that can fit in here. I'm very like judgmental when it comes to book characters. I read a book within the past like month and a half called Kindred, and there's a character from that book that hardens my heart who I just like absolutely loathe, and that is the character Rufus, who is one of the main characters in Kindred. Kindred is about this girl named Dana who travels back to the past, and when she travels back to the past, she has to protect this guy named Rufus, and she goes back into the past in multiple spots where his life is in danger and she saves him. I do not like Rufus. I don't like him at all, and I don't understand why Dana was sent back to save Rufus out of all people. Rufus is a racist, sexist pig who views women and slaves as property, and he just got on my nerves so much. I mean, it's a really good book, and you have to some extent hate Rufus because it really forces you to think about things in different ways, this book, and it really forces you to think about the complex relationship that Dana and Rufus has for each other. Rufus is purposely not a very likable character. I mean, he's a slave owner who lives at a plantation, so of course he isn't going to be a likable character, but like, he still pissed me off to no end. He hardened my heart. Question number 3 is Tostada, a book that fell completely flat. There is a lot. I haven't really had good luck with books that I've read in 2023. So there's been quite a few this year, if I'm being honest. One that is coming to mind off the top of my head though is The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman. This is the second book in the His Dark Materials series. The Subtle Knife cannot even begin to compare to the first book, The Golden Compass / The Northern Lights. The Subtle Knife just fell flat for me, okay? I felt like all the religion stuff in there was like so unnecessary. I mean, it's like set up as the main conflict for the final 2 books is like, there are people who want to like destroy religion and God. The characters, even the ones that I liked from the previous book in the series, just fell so flat for me. Specifically Lyra, the main character. Hi, okay? So I'm going with The Subtle Knife for Tostada, and honestly, like, just read the first Golden Compass book and don't read the second book so you don't have your love for this series completely destroyed by the second book. I've heard the third book is worse, and I made it my goal this year to read that series, like finish the series, although I'm only gonna read the main series. I'm not gonna read the novellas, but anyways, I'm really pissed at myself for choosing that as a reading goal because I did not like the second book. Question number 4, Burrito, a book that wraps you up, pulls you in from the beginning of the story. I feel like there's a lot that I could choose for this, but I'm going to be choosing 5 Feet Apart for this one because I absolutely flew through that book, and it like wrapped me in like it was giving me a warm hug when times are hard, because there's some really hard stuff in 5 Feet Apart, but like it felt like it was just like wrapping me up, and it pulled me in, and I was so interested in it, and I loved the book so much. 5 Feet Apart is a young adult romance that centers around 2 characters who have cystic fibrosis who fall in love. It's a very eye-opening book, and it's such a sweet book, but it's such a heartbreaking book at the same time, so I love the book 5 Feet Apart, and I'm choosing that one for Burrito. This is also making me crave food. I can't eat solid food. Why am I doing a tag about solid food when I can't eat solid food? Anyways, question number 5. Mexican rice. A side dish / a book that you will always have and can reread and enjoy. The only books that I reread are the Harry Potter series. I always will love them. I'm sorry, I mean, I don't like the author, but I will always love the series and I always appreciate the series. I try and buy stuff that is Harry Potter related used, so I'm giving less of my money to the author, but Harry Potter will always be one that I can reread and enjoy. And there's something new that I always take away from the series when I reread it. My past reread in 2022, what I took away was a lot of, in Order of the Phoenix, Harry goes through the different stages of grief, and that really like stuck with me as my dog passed away at the end of last year, because like I just thought that it was a really well written explanation of grief, and it shows all the different stages of grief, like denial and anger and just overwhelming sadness. It was really good, and I will always love Harry Potter. I'm also wearing a Harry Potter hat, you know? I always love it. I'm also wearing a Harry Potter shirt. Drarry. Yeah, I'm a Drarry shipper. Judge me all you want. Question number 6, taco salad. This salad has many ingredients. A book with many genres. Oh gosh, what's a book with many genres that I've read? Ooh, I know one. Divine Rivals, which is by Rebecca Ross. Divine Rivals is a historical fiction, young adult, romance fantasy. There's a lot of different genres in it. Divine Rivals is a book that is coming out later this year, and Divine Rivals follows 2 rivals at a newspaper company who are basically fighting for the same spot. They both want to earn this spot at the newspaper, but they have these magical typewriters that connect the 2 of them, and they start getting each other's letters after they slide it through a door. It's a really interesting story, and I really liked it, and I really, really need the sequel soon, even though the first book hasn't officially been published. I just got to read an arc, but it was so, so good, and so that is the one that I'm choosing for taco salad. It feels weird to be like, oh, I love this book, it's such a well-written book. Here, let me compare it to a taco, you know? Okay, question number 7, Mexican pizza. This pizza has more than one layer, a book that has a series. I feel like a good portion of what I read is just series, so I could choose literally any book for this. Which one am I going to choose though? You know what? I'll choose the Maze Runner series because there was recently a new book added to that series. Well, sort of a spin-off series, The Maze Cutter, which is sort of a spin-off, sort of a continuation, because I think it involves Fry Pan from the original series, but it's set like 73 years in the future. I love the Maze Runner series. I don't care how much hate that series has. I love it so much. Again, this is a series where I don't support the author. I mean, I don't support Philip Pullman of the His Dark Materials too. Why is there so much author drama this year? And just in general. Why is there always so much author drama? I'm so sick of it. So yeah, I don't like James Dashner, but I love the Maze Runner series. It will always hold a special place in my heart. It was like one of the first dystopian series that I've read, and I don't know if you know this about me, part of the reason I did cross country and like stuck with it throughout all of middle school and like part of high school is because of the Maze Runner series, because I would like run and I'd imagine myself like running in the maze. I was a weird child. But anyways, yes, Maze Runner is the series I am choosing for this prompt. Prompt number 8, Mild Sauce. A mild book that's just okay, nothing exciting. Between Takes by C.G. Birch. Between Takes is pitched as a lesbian romance that involves an actress on a TV show and an intimacy coordinator. Between Takes, however, felt very like mediocre. Honestly, like it felt like the romance needed to be fleshed out more, and it felt like I was missing something from the characters. The characters like didn't excite me, they didn't catch my attention, they didn't make me care about them and love them. So I feel like that's book needed a lot more like revisions, and we needed a lot more like substance to it in order for it to be like a super awesome book. And question number 9, Fire Sauce, a book that was on fire from beginning to end. A Cotto Witch by Nnedi Okorafor. Her first name might be Nnedi. I don't know, I've never really said her name that much out loud before. A Cotto Witch is the first book in a series, and it is so good. So if you like Harry Potter but you want to read a book that like is very unique but has very much like the whimsical feel that'll suck you in right away, try A Cotto Witch. I don't want to like constantly compare it to Harry Potter because not every book needs to be compared to Harry Potter, but Cotto Witch is unique. But something about it was like, if I had read this around the time that I was first reading Harry Potter, like it would have become my personality just as much as the Harry Potter series. So of course it's a really good book and I'd highly recommend it, and I don't want to give too much away for the book because I feel like you should go into it like empty. Like the Harry Potter series, you shouldn't know too much about it, you should go into it empty. So go into A Caught a Witch with it like no expectations and an empty mind and you will love it. So that was all for this tag. I hope you enjoyed the tag and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm getting back onto uploading on a more consistent schedule. Hopefully I have no more health crises with pets. Oh, hi! I'm filming right now, baby. Oh, yeah, she just sniffed my entire ear. Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is my sign to like stop filming because she wants to just play now. But I hope all of you stick around for more videos. I have tons of book tags up on my YouTube channel, so feel free to go and check those out if you want to watch more of my book tags. Until next time, everyone, goodbye.